Okay. Now, on this board, one might be tempted to think things like, oh, look at all that Black's developing. And true, Black has gotten a number of free moves on top, on the left, and yet the burdens are just too much. Yeah, White's cash is positive. I wouldn't quite say huge, but Black's weaknesses are very valuable to White. Right, no White stones out of place. A number of Black stones look like, what's that doing there? Yeah. Right, but it's also easy to think to yourself, oh, but Black has real interesting. Yeah, granted, it does look interesting, but again, after years of experience, you go, wait a minute, not with that much cash for White and the weakness for Black, it just doesn't work. But we know, because I've said it so many times, all it takes is for the 9-Don to walk in the room and go, what? Shygost is crazy. What's he talking about? Black's way ahead. And then we all laugh at Shygost. But until he walks in, we have to trust Shygost. So, I've been with Chi-Hun, professional 4-Dan, and we're looking at stuff, and I'm showing her certain situations, and she says, oh, no, that's incorrect. Well, those situations I've gone over in detail with professional 9-Dans, and they say, actually, this is the only way because of these things. And she didn't know that. But here she is, professional 4-Dan, saying, no, it needs to be this way. And what can I do? Keep my mouth shut and go, yes, ma'am. I understood the attitude she was bringing out, and I agreed with the attitude. Where do you play these pros? Actually, that particular pro was over from Korea. She teaches at the school there. It's a Go school. And she was out visiting on what's called vacation with her boyfriend, and she had heard about my teaching. So she came and visited a couple of my lessons and taking notes, because she says in Korea, the idea of teaching a middle-aged person is out of the question. How can you do it? So she's taking notes. How do you teach older people? And I said, well, the first thing is I have a secret, a trick. You try to teach them how to become professionals. I don't even begin to try to do that. I just try to show them some basics about Go. And to her, she would never try to show anyone basics about Go. Okay, well, he's not playing, and we just have a few minutes. So let's stop and check out the situation. And that was the guy with the cute name. I'm going to go back because I would recognize it. What was his name? I don't see his name. Was it Benjamin? What was the other cool name? No, this was Benjamin. What's that other guy's name that was so cool? We're going to look up Lugubrious. Lugi, right. Okay, Lugi was the other one. This is Benjamin. Okay. So let's go over our brief statement that we did. We're tempted to look at Area 1, the potential of Area 2, 3, 4, 5, and go, wow, Black has such potential. And I spent years in that same spot going, oh, Black's doing so well. No, Black's not doing well. White has Area 1 could become territory. Area 6 is territory. Area 2 could become territory. Area 7 is territory. Well, Area 3 and 4 could become territory. Area 8 is going to become territory. I mean, I've got this real practical situation, and there's a real thing that weak groups like A don't go well with Moyos. If Black's going to take the time to be defending this, it's how many more points is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 15 to 20 more points he had to give away to White. that was worth 20 points to defend that group. Well, how big is that? Less than 20. So it just doesn't add up. Okay, so now we ask about my A group. Let's look at it at its options. Notice Black's group in the center is tightly surrounded. White's group is very loosely surrounded. Much easier to run. I've got the direction of B. You know, I can just go in any direction I want. Whatever Black, let's say Black, aha! Well, I'll just run this way. Oh, you're going to fix that. Great, I'll run over here. Sorry, a little too far. I mean, it's so easy to run as I eat up the territory, and once I get settled, then I'll live in there, and then, you know, it just works that way. Okay, so let's go back and see where the problem came up. And it's here. You can't let your stones be broken like that. This is Joseki. This is the most common Joseki. And Black's fine. I mean, how can you be dissatisfied with this Black position? Now, there are some inherent problems with it. We'll just look at the basics. If Black wants to keep his points, he can't save the stone because of the Atari, and everything collapses. So he's got to capture. Go for the corner? No, thank you. So you can see there's a tremendous amount of aji here. So the corner's not nearly as big as we think. Probably what's going to happen is this. So how big is that corner? Not that big. It's not that big. So, but still, it's a reasonable Joseki. Because White's not that big either. So I break. And Black should settle something. How about settling? Then White wants to settle. Okay. Now Black has something to work with. Maybe attack now. Yeah, the outside is, we're over. So I'll just tell this one last deal about the outside. This is also Joseki, but it's not used as often because usually corner first, and this is a ladder breaker, right? So White gets profit for Black's thickness. Now, yeah, it's Joseki, but it's not great most of the time. So I was in a position against Feng Yun, 9-dan, and I thought, here's a time that playing this way is good. So after review, she says, in the bottom right, why didn't you play Joseki? And I thought, that's a strange question. I said, it is Joseki. She says, well, yeah, but the other one's really Joseki. And it was like, oh, that's her opinion about this is, why would you play this way? Unless it's really an exceptionally different situation, don't do it. So that was interesting. Alrighty, well, we're over time. Thanks, everybody, for coming. As always, I hope we had a good time and learned stuff. We've been at 0 for like a month now, and 2 or 3 times I've put up the sign that says, well, it's been a great 4.5-year run. Thanks for all the great times, and I'm sorry that, you know, we're done with it. And then at the last minute, someone sends a whole, you know, lesson or something. So once again, we're at 0, or very near 0. I think there's, what, $15 in the fund. So as always, if we wanted to continue, how much are they? $50 per lesson, per lecture. And so if you guys want us to continue, donate away. All right, we'll see if we have next lecture next week or not. All righty. Bye.